is up YouTube? It's Pokedog, and we are back with another video. It's been a while. I've moved house. We've had a lot of stuff going on, but we're going to get back into the swing of things, and what a way to kick things off with our first ever CGC return. I'm really happy about this. I'm excited. But before we do that, I'm going to show you a submission for Scott. He's going to be sending his first CGC return off. We're going to be doing this with Dan's Pokestop, and I'll link him in the description below. So we're going to start things off with a single strike V-Max, and of course the rapid strike V-Max to make the pair. Very nice. We've got the Sylveon V-Max card. Very nice again. And then we go on to the character cards, because these are V-Max Rising. No, they're not the V-Max Climax cards. One of the later Japanese sets, and these are featuring the character rares. Very nice. So a nice 3 there, and then of course a Crobat V. That's the super character rare, or the secret character rare. I really like this card. My camera's really struggling to adjust today. It's going to take me like a little bit of time to get the backdrop and the light in and everything figured out again. And there's the secret trainer. So really excited to be sending these off. And we'll wait to see what they get. So to start things off with our CGC return, this is the first ever submission I put in with CGC. There is another one out there waiting. I think it's being graded as we speak. I'm pretty sure the grade is that side. Okay, so I have actually already seen these. The Dan's Pokestop does a live stream himself when he gets his subs back, and I had a sneak peek on these, so I do know all the grades. But of course, I wanted to show you guys what we got. And this is, of course, the Error EX Charizard. It's miscut, and we did get the error stamp. Focus is really bad today. So we've got the center in OC, surface a 7. I'm guessing the surface got a 7 because obviously half the card's missing. We've got 9.5 on the corners, and edges 8.5. There you go. So we'll put that one over there. Oh, I just completely messed up the grade. So we have a 20th anniversary first edition Charizard with a really nice swirl to the right. I really like this card. There's so much going on in my backdrop, and that the camera's just focusing all over the place. So we've got the first edition stamped down here, and it got the mint 9. So I'm really happy about that. And next up, we have another one. So our second first edition Holo Charizard. This one also got the mint 9. So I'm not good about that. I'm happy with that. Mint 9. So we've got 2 mint 9s. CGC are really harsh graders. I'm not gonna lie. Nice swirl down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that bottom left there. Look. They are really harsh graders. If I'd have probably sent this to PSA, I think this could have been a chance of a PSA 10 myself. I packed these fresh, but Summit let it down for an 8.5, so meaning the highest this was ever going to get was a 9. That would be a guess anyway. We didn't have subs on them. And then next up we have, so we've got another Charizard first edition. This one's from the Japanese collection. It is a Radiant card, I believe. No, it's it's the Radiant Art, I think. It's a CP3 first edition Charizard. I really like this card. I think the pattern on the holo is just unreal. And we got a 9.5, Gem Mint 9.5. So very happy with this. If I'd sent this off to PSA, I'm I'm more than confident this would have got the 10. So maybe we might cross over in the future, but to be fair, I'm more than happy with a CGC 9.5. So put that one there. Next up, we got the Team Rocket Charizard Holo Japanese. This is from the 1997 set, and we got the 8.5, near mint to mint, and 8.5. So again, happy with that. I think on cards this old, 8.5 is more than acceptable. At least it is to me. So I'm happy with that, 8.5. Next up, we've got the Blaine's Charizard. This is from Gym Challenge, 1999, and of course it is the Japanese holo. And we've got the 7.5 on this. So not too bad. Nice swirl right at the top of the wing there. Can barely see it on the camera. But yeah, again, very happy with this. 7.5 is not too bad for a card of this age. But as you can see, it's very hard to see. I had to manually focus the camera. Like I say, it's going to take me a bit of time to get the backdrop set out, to get the new lighting in, and we'll work it out and go from there. So it shouldn't be an issue in the future. We have the Charizard V Full Art. This is from the Champions Path ETB. I love this card. Absolutely love it. I just showed you it. It's a mint 9. So yeah, I really like this card. I don't know why. It's, there's not anything mega special about it. It's a highly printed card. It's in every single Champions Path ETB. But I think for a promo card, a full art Charizard like this is just unreal. So yeah, I jumped at the opportunity to send those off. I think there's 3 of those maybe. So next up, yeah, we've got another one. And on this one, we've got the mint 9 again. So happy with that. They're not worth mega value, these ones. But I like I say, I like the artwork, so I was definitely going to get them graded. I thought there was 3. This is the Charizard V-Max card. This did appear in Darkness Ablaze, but this is the starter set, the Japanese one. These came out of, I'll show you in a second, the boxes, and this got a mint 9. So I love the artwork on this. I have got this in English as well, but it is part of a set. I have actually got a box to show you. As long as I don't drop everything here. So this is what these come out of, the starter set Charizards. They was exclusive to Japan, but like I say, the card itself, the artwork features in the Darkness Ablaze set, which is an English print set. So very happy with that, mint 9. Like I say, guys, 9 and above I'm really happy with. I'll take anything really on an old card, just because the chances are if I'm submitting old cards, they're not going to be mint. They're probably cards that I've had like 20-25 years that I just wanted to submit. So this is the Premium File 2 Charizard, otherwise known as like Neo 2 folders. I got these off a guy called Nick, and he was banging the folders out, sealed at 30 quid a folder just before the spike, so I grabbed loads of these. It's a nice swirl in the body of the card there. But I had one, this is a mint 9, I had one in a PSA 10, and I sold it. And I sold it for quite a bit of money actually. I ain't seen them sell for that much since. But I got the market right, and I let it go, and I probably shouldn't have done, judging by the rest of the cards, because I think when I looked through all the other cards before grading them, I think I could find like a little fault with each one. Like these are off center lot, so there's from right to left lot, it's just slightly off center. So we've got, of course, another 9. But another swirl in the body, because there's a lot of hollow on this card. It's quite easy to get the swirls, I think. On these particular cards, you'll probably find there'll be a swirl on every single one. There's another one on there, look. But I just love the cards. I'm another mint 9, so I'm happy with that. I'll take 9s all day long. And we've got another one. I think I sent like 6 of these off. And another mint 9. So I'm happy with that. Can we get one in a 10? That's what we want. CGC 10 would be unreal. I wouldn't be so upset about selling my PSA 10 if I got CGC 10. But another mint 9. Still, nevertheless, happy with that. This pile on the left are or Charizards. Another one. I think this might be the last one, and it's a mint 9. Was it the last one? Yeah, it was the last one. So 6 mint 9s on the Neo 2 Charizards. This is the Evolutions Hollow. Now I've got this in a PSA 10. I submitted to PSA earlier last year, and they came back not too long ago, really. I think about April time. So I have got this in a PSA 10. I think this is like runner-up copy. I think there was probably a fault with this, mint 9. So I think it's like a little bit off center, maybe. Top to bottom, left to right. The back's pretty nice. So nevertheless, like, I'm happy with a mint 9. Like I said, I've already got the PSA 10, so that'll probably sit firmly in my collection for quite a long time. Here's the reverse. Another card that I have got in the PSA 10. And on this one, we've got an 8.5 near mint to mint. So, like, it's definitely off center on the front, slightly, top to bottom, well, quite a lot. And again on the back, but the backs are pretty clean. So again, these are cards like I packed myself, fresh minty cards, but English they just let the side down with the prints, because a lot of the time they're off center. Like this one, look at that, left to right, just slightly off. Well, I can see it more, to be fair, in person than I can on the camera. But we've got another 8.5 on this. So, you know, I'm happy with it. We'll probably find buyers for these later on down the line. I'm sure somebody will love to pick up a nice 8.5 at a reasonable price. But for now, they'll stay in the collection for now. I haven't really put any submissions in to sell. These are all cards that I kind of just love the artwork too. I'm mad on Charizard. I know it's so cliche, do you know what I mean? Like to go for the Charizard, but I've always loved the Charizard cards. I am a big fan of Mewtwo though as well. Like Mewtwo is probably my #1 favourite. And we've got the mint 9 on this. This is a card, I had the English copy of this. It came out of the 2019 Fall Tins, I believe. You got 3 promos. There was an Armoured Mewtwo, I think, a Pikachu, and you got the Charizard. And I got the Charizard back, and it came back a PSA 10. And I sold it to one of my friends, Amir. I sold it recently in a PSA 10. I think I had a tax bill to pay, something like that, so we let it go. But here's the Japanese version in a mint 9. Shame that I only got a 9. I'd like to see that in a 9.5, I think, at least. And on the final card, okay, right, this is a 6. This isn't actually a card that I submitted myself. This is a card that I purchased recently off eBay. I picked it up super cheap. I wasn't going to bid a lot for it. I think I was the only person bidding, so I picked it up at like the starting bid, which was absolutely next to nothing. I think it'd cost more to grade the card than I bought it at. So literally not a lot it cost me, but I picked it up, and the reason I bidded on it is because it's actually quite clean for a 6. I mean, that's not even white on the corners, that's just on the case. I think there's a little bit on that corner. There is a little bit of whitening on the corners, but maybe not a 6. So I'm guessing there's probably some. I mean, this is a full art. Like there's a lot going on with this card, so I'm guessing there's like a scratch or a dint or something on the surface, and that probably let it down massively. But I think for the artwork and the cost, I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to pick that up for the collection. So moving on. These will be the non-Charizard cards. This is like a mad mixture of cards. I sent loads of random things off, but cards that I loved. Right, so we'll start things off with a Typhlosion, and this is from a Neo Premium file. It's the Holo. Again, it's a lovely card. I love this card. And it got a 6.5. I'm pretty sure when I submitted this, I did find, like, it's a very clean card. Very clean. But is that it? Yeah, there it is. God, you can see it so well in the case. That crease line down there, it looks like it's like somebody's caught it slightly, or it's been hanging off somewhere and somebody's lent on it. I'm not too sure, but that is, in person, it's very hard to see. I'm just getting that light bang shine straight across it. But I noticed that very last minute, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to submit it anyway. So I wasn't surprised at all that it came back a 6.5. Nevertheless, though, I love the card. Other than that, it's mint. Do you know what I mean? There's not a mark on the corners. The surface looked good. So slightly off center on the back, but the front's pretty good. So you know you'd have probably passed that for a much higher grade if it wasn't for that horrible crease down it. But that's just how it goes. Luckily, I mean, I spotted it before I sent it off. I still decided to send it off, but I mean, if I hadn't spotted it, I'd have been quite good, I think, seeing a 6.5 come back. And I'd have probably not been too sure that I caused it, but luckily I did spot it just before I sent off. We've got another Typhlosion. This time it's a first edition e-card. It's an e-reader card. Lovely swirl on the right. And on this one we got the 8. So near mint to mint 8. Really like this card. Really like this card. So at one point they had like the Nintendo card readers, and you could put this card into like a little slot in the Game Boy, and it'd bring up the character. I mean, I can only imagine how many amazing cards was ruined by that, with kids maybe like not knowing exactly what they're ruining, trying to put in a Game Boy, but nevertheless, this one's quite a good copy, so I'm happy with that. With the 8. Next up, we have the Shining Noctowl. Wow. Right, this is literally one of my favourites. I've had this card years and years. It was not in the best condition. Well, I mean, it's not bad, but I could definitely find faults with the card once looking. There was some scratches on the hollow. I think there's a few bits of whitening on the back. Yeah, up at the top there, look. So there was definitely issues with this card. Where's this? Definitely issues with the card, but I sent it off nevertheless because it's definitely one of my favourite cards. And we got the 6.5, the excellent to near mint. So I'm still happy with that. I've had this card a very long time, so this will sit in my collection. Wicked. Right, let's go. Next up, we have the Rayquaza GX. Now, these came off the Hidden Fates premium collection boxes. I got 2 of these. I love the card. Again, I think for a promo, chucking out full art shinies like this, very nice. Of course, Rayquaza as well, like one of the top boys. and we got the mint 9, and I did send off 2 of these, so I believe the next one should be, and we go again, and this one is the mint 9 again, so we've got 2 mint 9s on that. Nevertheless, very happy with that. Next up, we have the red Pikachu. Now this is a card I did send off to PSA just before CGC, and that came back a 10. So I was very, very happy with it. I haven't got it on display at the minute, but this one got a 9.5, so brilliant. Gem Mint 9.5. Anybody that knows CGC and PSA will know that a 9.5 on a CGC is equivalent to the PSA 10. If I sent this off to PSA, it'd probably get the 10. Like I say, CGC 10s are very hard to come by, and I find that although PSA like the top dogs at grading, they're so inconsistent. Like, I've got 10s that should not be 10s, and I've got 9s that probably should have been 10s. I think one of the Evo Charizards is quite miles off center on the front, and it pulled a 10, and I'm like, what? That's got to be over, like, I think it's 55 to 45 scale. You can be over and on the front and still get a 10, but this Evo Charizard was miles off, so how that got a 10, I have no idea, on one of them anyway. Next up, we have the Blastoise base set 2. Now, I had really big expectations for this card because it's a very clean card, and I got offered quite a bit of money for it raw, so I'm expecting good grade, 8.5. That's not too bad. 8.5, near mint to mint. I mean, this is a card from the 2000s, so you know it's 22 years old this year, so not bad at all. Very happy with that. 8.5. And then last up, we have for Alligator from the Neo Premium file. It's a holo again. The centering on this is not too bad. Not too bad. Beautiful card. Oh, I don't know, what am I on about? Yeah, miles off center, left, right to left. I was looking top to bottom at first. Look at that. So crazy off center on the front. Not too bad on the back, but similar. And we got the mint 9. Wow. So basically, I mean, I can only imagine, I'm no grader, but I can only imagine that centering pulled the 8.5. And I'm confident to say that if we had had subs and one of them would have been an 8.5, that means the highest this could have possibly ever been would have been the 9. So I'm guessing part of this card maybe scored the 10. Like maybe edges and corners, maybe even surface. But the centering, whoa, let it down big time. And that's surprising for Japanese. Japanese's print quality is normally bang on. I'm confident that if this had been bang on centering on the front, this would have scored very high. At least a 9.5, maybe the 10. So there we have it, guys. There's our first ever CGC return. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for next time. Peace out. See you soon.